welcome back to Legendary TV. Name is Phil Legend, emphasis on the legend. And man, I know it's been a hot minute since I've dropped anything, but it don't even matter because I'm here. Because, Dante versus Clive. I was kind of waiting for the past, like 2 weeks. I really don't know, but, yeah. Boy, Dante, what a guy. I only played Devil May Cry 1, the first game. So I somewhat can get the gist of what he can do in terms of like his arsenal, because he has the gloves that gives him the advantage when it comes to fight, throwing these hands. And then there's the Alistair sword that gives him an advantage in terms of speed. But that's what I know. That's just the first game. On the Switch. Yes, I play on the go, but I have a PlayStation 5 too. But Clive, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I remember, I know like a little bit of Final Fantasy 16. Like Clive can like transform into summons that were used previously in previous Final Fantasy games. Because I think he summoned to Inferit, whatever his name was, like the fire guy with the horns, and he had to fight his brother, who was a phoenix. There was a whole boss fight and everything. Oh boy. But man, Devil May Cry versus Final Fantasy. But yeah, I hope y'all having a good day, because let's check this out. If my computer wants to. Okay, there's a delay. My boy having a good time over here.
Dante versus Clive. DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons.
This battle covers the spoilers for Devil May Cry 5. It's not like I'm gonna play the game anyway. I gotta catch up, but I really never care for spoilers for video games, honestly.
And evil businessmen lust for power, and every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time.
Oh, yes,
Who'd
sir.
expect
You already
anything
know.
less from the son of the legendary
Sparta.
demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing.
Killing demons! And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy.
Alright, so he's in his 40s? I figured in the 5th entry. AKA Tony Redgrave. Hybrid pizza, Sundays, Nero parties. Demons of Mundus, I already know. The May and Zero May Cry. Alright. Oh boy.
Dante bolsters his speed, power, and durability,
do this.
letting him block kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor.
And regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature. As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot.
As long as he has the green orbs. Oh boy.
Basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal. And Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad. Rebellion. Plus ebony and ivory. Two magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they
But
say
he has
the
more
perfect
weapons than
gift
that.
doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger and stranger.
Like King Cerberus.
Alright, so Devil Sword Dante, Albany and Ivory. Oh Jesus. Oh man. Okay, I know Alistair and this one right here. But oh man, look at man, that is one heck of an arsenal. Clive. I don't know if you could I don't know how you're gonna pull that off. Counter all this. Oh boy.
Shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks. Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle. Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for boxing and capoeira. And Navan, guitar. An electric guitar.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying. Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screen the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient head that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed
that's
this
pretty
and
fire, I ain't
much
gonna
more
lie.
when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead.
Virgil.
In a twist
Virgil.
of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger, a superform Dante.
Alright, Majin Devil Trigger, Sin Devil Trigger, Superhuman Strength and Speed, Air Hike, Doppelganger, Dreadnought, Regeneration, Quicksilver, Royal Guard, Teleportation. Okay.
Achieves through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely...
Alright, so attacking Mundus in his own keep had proven a master stroke. The creature could scarcely comprehend the assault. His supremacy was supposed to be absolute, the sole ruler of creation for timeless eternity. Yet here was an arrogant trespasser, human no less, who had power equal to his own. That is low-key kind of crazy to think about. Wow. Oh boy.
merged with the demon world.
So he's kind of a big deal.
Okay, so the Devil May Cry manga and novel specify that human and demon worlds were once one, then split into separate universes. I think the anime kinda says something about that too. Maybe not. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I gotta finish it. It's so cool.
Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then
With some
there's
ordinary
Arthur's
pistols.
A god so astronomically intense, he had the power of every other demon in existence. A divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh,
With an
that
average
guy.
pistol. It's
I
crazy.
completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say
Already
Dante
know.
had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who
That guy.
get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And for dead weight,
I
Nero
don't know
was
why I
pretty
forgot about
badass,
that guy.
even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their...
So Mundus and Dante flew into the atmosphere of a neighboring planet, though the time frame is unclear, and even generous estimates put it under his best feats.
base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's
Wow.
the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being...
Alright, so according to the fifth guide, Nero's arm could have regenerated because Virgil removed Nero's demonic power. He regained his power later and immediately regrew his arm. So the same thing could happen with Dante, if that's the case. Oh boy.
turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And beat an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger.
That is a tough design, I ain't finna lie.
Adobe Acrobat
Oh,
Studio
boy.
is all new. What can PDF spaces with AI do? Do a space for a contract or a few.
This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with loose, obliterate with the fires of judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante...
His own dad too? Oh snap! I mean, to be fair, Sparta is his dad, so it's really not that much of a surprise. Anyway, so outsped Nero's pedal ray, severed the tree with Virgil, withstood the bombardment from meteors, shook a miles-wide cavern when fighting Urizen. Yeah. Survived Virgil's space-cutting judgment cut, sliced thousands of raindrops in a second, less than a second, so Dante clearly has the advantage in speed, pretty much, because, oh boy, Clive might be cooked here. So defeated Void Mundus, Argosax, Abigail, Nightmare, and Virgil. Oh boy, I gotta do this.
Was totally a match for Virgil. Neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and two well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
Wiz, it's an emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good news. This battle is sponsored by
Oh boy.
Sit down as we tell the tale
Spoilers
of the
in
kingdom
Final Fantasy
of
16.
Rosaria
I really don't
and
care
its
that
prince,
much.
Clive
As I said.
Rossfield, a man
Clive
destined to be
Rossfield.
a dominant, the host to a mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a Dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird's
Dominant of a Ifrit. I think that's his name. So Shield of Rosaria, Joshua Jill, Torgal. Ugh. So theater, Annabella, discrimination, the guy from. Okay.
said no thanks and instead picked his sick little brother Joshua. Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother, Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Wait, someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is.
Wait, there's
And
no
the
Phoenix?
trauma of everything
Wow,
made poor
that's
Joshua
crazy.
lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along. The fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is
Ifrit,
Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit or battling the Phoenix in a fight that
I remember
reduced
that he had
everything
killed his
loved
brother.
to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If
Oh,
that
Zoom.
wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world, crystals and racism.
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Ramuth, so he could summon lightning.
From his bae Jill, he got Shiva to
Alright, so, and Ultima confirms that iconic abilities like Rift Slip and Diamond Dust manipulate time as opposed to Precision Dodge, which heightens Clive's speed and perception. Okay. Oh boy, Shiva, I remember her.
freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this dragon prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly
Bahamut.
lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and
I actually remember some of these
slice
summons
apart the fabric of
through
space.
Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead.
Oh, so they do have a limit break. I guess this is kind of a thing now. Oh boy. So he got swords, icons. So he has abilities to multiple icons. Yeah. Oh boy.
the bearers, and even reunited with Joshua,
Oh.
who was alive all along.
I'm about to say, what the heck?
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well, yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully in control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon
A
at the speed
planet-wiping
of light.
blast,
That's
huh?
no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that. And
Oh!
powered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns
Wait,
out
what?
Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a
Okay. So Dante. So Dante's father was like the ultimate ultimate devil warrior. But Clive's father practically created humanity. And with Ifrit Risen, he can practically move at light speed and block attacks within seconds. Oh man, this is tough. All right, moving on.
If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit.
Yeah.
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw.
Oh.
Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me,
That
it made
is some
Clive a
Persona
badass
type
who
stuff
could
right
surpass
there.
his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling
And I
against
guess, like,
Ultima
Gurren
initially,
Lagann.
by the end of the fight, Clive
This is consistent with Clive defeating Barnabas, despite initially being weaker. Barnabas. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I gotta do some research. Because I want to know who this Barnabas is that he managed to beat while he was weak. Did I even spell that right? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, that guy? Oh. So he was a secondary antagonist. He was a king. He wanted to bring chaos. And yet he defeated him while he was weak. Or was it him? I don't know. Moving on. Ugh, I gotta do this.
took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire
Dang, he got
species,
another form?
all while Clive
Oh,
was
snap.
in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima.
Dang. Wow. 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 So you okay. You're telling me that a dude that created who created, I guess, everything, just got folded by his own son while he was in his base form? Just like that? While at level 49? Level 49. What the heck? That is crazy work. Oh, I gotta do this.
Ultima squared, but Clive still kicked his ass, using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will. Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage
God
pile.
dang!
Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all.
Pretty much.
Hey, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except
Yeah.
we don't really know what happened.
Alright, so intercepted Bahamut's light rays, vaporized a large tsunami, shattered Titan lost. Wait, what? Is that another? Is it like Ifrit? Is it like Ifrit Risen? But let me see. God dang, that's him? Hold on. That was him? Ain't no way. Why you remind me of that one boss from Final Fantasy X? I think it was 10. I'm sure it's 10. A super colossal form. Ah, wow, that's crazy. And he just shattered this guy. Overpowered a planet-wiping Zeta Flare. Withstood 2 hits from 2 billion ton rock tentacles. And he defeated Titan, Bahamut, Odin, Omega, Leviathan, yeah, and Ultima. Man. I'll wait. I'm just gonna wait. God dang it, I gotta do this.
Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rusfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
Huh. Okay, that's what's up. But oh man. All right, so let me look at that Dante real quick. All right, so he outsped the pedal away, severed a tree with Virgil, so he kind of has some help. Took a miles-wide cavern when finding Urizen. Survived a space-cutting judgment cut. Sliced thousands of raindrops with less than a second, so he has speed. However, Clive's dad literally created the universe. He's like the god of Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy universe. And oh man, oh boy, and he just tanked it like it's nothing. Destroyed a meteor with Joshua, overpowered the planet-wiping Zeta Flare. Like overpowered something that can like just wipe a planet off of the face of the universe. He overpowered that thing. Okay, so Dante clearly has speed, and I guess Clive has strength, considering that he can tank some powerful moves. Yet Dante has a better arsenal. A lot more arsenal than Clive ever has, despite the icon thing. Ooh. I might go for Clive for this one. And as much as I love Dante, look, Dante's my boy, but I don't know. You know what? No. I'm going for Clive. Cause, oh, wait a minute. All right. Oh boy.
It's time for a death battle!
All right, let's do this. My boy fixing up his sword.
Out of 3,500
Bro!
one color to best represent 2026. Introducing Benjamin Moore's color of
Some minimalistic colors. I swear to God, if Clyde transforms early into the fight.
Your furry friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble. Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Hey, the music already slapping already! Ooh. Weave. Weave. Healing factor. My boy hitting the Michael Jackson.
Fancy yourself a bar.
Dang, I'm not gonna lie. The guitar thing is kind of tough. He's just moonwalking through everything. Dante's having a good time. Dang. God dang. Okay, launches. Dang. Ifrit gloves. What the heck?
Time to see the light.
Oh, that's not no rocket launcher. I'm about to say. Oh. I got a motorcycle. Ooh. This just got insane. Double trigger. Whoa. They're going at it. They boxing over here.
Virgil's got some competition.
Weave. Oh!
Still holding out on me? Let's see what your monster can really do.
Ifrit Risen, baby! Sin Devil Trigger. Ooh. I wonder how this is gonna go down. Since Dante's more faster. Oh, quick time events! Not the quick time events! Wait, what happened? Aw, dang! After all that! Oh. Oh, no! Ah, dang. Uh-oh. Oh! He has a healing factor. Wait, what? Wait. He actually did it! Yo! Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Clive! And mind you, he defeated his dad, who is a god in his base form! Man!
Okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but I
Yes,
think we
it
got the point.
was!
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through three categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius can create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon.
Alright, so Mundus and Ultima warping universes require demonic energy and magic respectively, again implying a match in speed. Okay.
Just to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Still, given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down.
Alright, so Dante's sealing abilities could help, but have specific location requirements requiring a connection between the human and demon worlds, making its usability unlikely.
Time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit.
He
He's
could.
dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable.
Uh-oh.
Defensive moves like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's powers, making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly...
I mean, Clive did fight a god in his base form.
...story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger quick...
So Dante's Devil Trigger may be above the 6-minute time limit by Devil May Cry 5, but not Sin Devil Trigger, which lasts only a few minutes. Moves like Judgment instantly reverts Dante back to his base form.
Silver and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy.
Yeah, because it was brought out that Nero couldn't regenerate his arm since it was cut off because Virgil took his demonic energy. But over time, he can get the energy back and just instantly just grow it back. Maybe that's the case
The less potent
with
healing
Dante.
factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing
Alright, so after his defeat in Devil May Cry, Virgil's regeneration took years to complete. Dang, what happened to him? I need to play more Devil May Cry games. And Final Fantasy 16. Alright, so throughout Devil May Cry 5, V would decay without constant use of demonic energy. The more he used it to regenerate, the harder it was for him to heal over time.
demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from
Human
his
will,
power,
yeah.
just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for his tough and
In
persistent
his
as
base
Dante was,
form!
Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner is
Dang,
Clive
that's
Rossfield.
crazy work.
Next time,
Alright,
on
Clive.
Death Battle.
Alright, who's next? Yu-Gi-Oh? Ash versus Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh!
Subscribe and join us about.
Alright, Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Muto. I haven't thought of that. How are they gonna make that work? Cause doesn't Yu-Gi-Oh has more advantage in terms of summons? Yeah, in terms of Pokemon, there's like, oh, hold on. It is possible to catch other celestial Pokemons in the games, but oh man, that's a tough one. Wow, can't wait for that one to drop. I just want to see how they're gonna pull that off. But yeah, Dante versus Clive, Death Battle. I like that one. It was great. I had a feeling Clive would win just because he defeated a guy in his base form. I already knew. Despite Dante's healing factor. But other than that, Phil Legend, signing off. Good day.